Alright, so when it comes down to Skarlet's Blood Dry variation, I'm going to be going over what makes this variation so brutal. So when it comes down to this variation, you get two moves. Both of these moves are fucking guessing games. Your opponent has to guess what you're going to do, and you have the drop on your opponent. You have better options than your opponent has. Not only that, but both of these moves are versatile as fuck. The first one is the trance. This move should be called Hold My Pocket Bitch, because you turn your opponent into a prison bitch once this lands. Her other move is Blood Ball. I don't know where the fuck to start with this move and its fuckery, but we'll get to that later. So the first one is this bad boy, Hold My Pocket Bitch. Alright, the thing what I like to do with this move, this is a thing what a lot of people do. They do this. I do one kick. The reason why I do one kick is it leaves them super close to me, like very close. So that's the reason why I like to do it. A jump kick, I like to do one kick, but at the same time, it just, you get more damage from doing this right here, and they're super close, right? Or if let's say Liu Kang tries jumping at me, super close, just like that. Or not only that, super close, right? So you want them super close. So now let's just break down some common options your opponent has. One is that, let's say I land it, he tries poking me, my poke will always win. He doesn't want to do that because my poke will always win. Not only that, but here's the thing. Let's just do this one just for the sake of the video. I land this, I land the trance, boom, step back, grab. His poke is going to whiff. Ah, sorry. Just like that. His poke is going to whiff completely, like it's just gonna whiff, and then he gets grabbed, just like that. Or I could throw my whip, or whatever the case may be. Or I'm gonna try to uppercut. It's gonna whiff. That's a throw punish right there. Boom, we get opened up just like that. So poking for Liu Kang is not a good idea because I have more options than he does off of that. If he tries poking or uppercutting or doing his forward four, he's gonna get fucked. Not only that, I can step back, do this, so many options. So poking is not going to be a good idea for Liu Kang. Now, another thing that you know, your opponent's going to want to do, especially these fucking katana players, right, is they like to jump up for no fucking reason. The reason why this is good for when your opponent does this to you on their part is that if I try grabbing Liu Kang, let me actually just do it so you guys can see, right? And then you'll do that. Sorry. They can actually full combo punish Skarlet. Boom, just like that. Punish, lang, 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 lang. So there's that, right? You can get opened up, right? The reason why it's just best to step back and let, you know, Liu Kang do that is because I land this, boom, I step back, and then when Liu Kang comes down, so let's just actually do this test. I'm going to be Liu Kang, right? Sorry. It's actually kind of rough to do. It's like, know when you're going to land down. You see that? It takes time for that shit to happen. So by the time we're super close, not only that, I get to jump before Liu Kang, right? So I'm stepping back and let him do that shit. Like, okay, you want to do that? By the time he does his poke, I can already clip him. You see that? Or boom, just right there. Get the timing for it, and then boom, I can just grab him. Just like that, counter throw. So jumping up is not going to be really a good idea because, you know, when they come down, I'm already going to be in this range right here. You can't hit me, I can hit you. So jumping up is not going to be a good idea. Now, here's the thing. They can jump forward and then they could jump back, right? But yet again, same fucking thing. I have the advantage on you because I'm not moving so damn far. So let's actually break this shit down. So, god damn it. right? That's very realistic. Now I'm gonna jump forward. Boom, I can clip you right there. Or I'm gonna be Liu Kang and jump back. Boom, I can literally hit you with my whip right there. So jumping out is not gonna be a really good option because I can clip you with my whip, or I could just fucking grab you if you're really just not expecting it. So jumping is not the best idea. Not only that, but there's could be a good chance the thing about it is that if we both decide to jump, I jump first and then I can clip you before you clip me, you know? So there's that. So jumping is not a really good idea. So honestly, the best shit for this is just block. Your opponent has to block, right? That is the best thing they can do because you can outspace your opponent like just by a margin. Like their pokes are whiffing and they're getting punished for that shit. Or they're doing uppercuts, they're getting punished for that shit. They're jumping, they're getting punished for that shit. So that's what makes the trance so fucking good, is because your opponent is just missing you by a fucking hair and you're clipping them every single time. Your options are so much better than your opponent's defensive options. And not only that, they can't fucking wake up, they can't roll, they can't do none of that bullshit. So there's that. Best thing to do is outspace your opponent and then boom, do that shit. Not only that, if they try neutral ducking, what the fuck are they neutral ducking for? They're gonna get clipped. So there's that. Will this work 100% of the time? No. Maybe your opponent is, you know, somebody really fucking good and you can get clipped while you're stepping back or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, it's really good to do. Just outspace your opponent and then you start clipping them. So there's that. I can get more into it, but this is not the point of the video. So there's that. Now, Blood Ball. Where the fuck do I start with this move? So there's a lot of characters that just, not a lot, but there's a good amount of characters that cannot deal with Blood Ball. That you can really punk motherfuckers with this move. Let's say this is a common string right here. Boom. This, I throw Blood Ball. If Liu Kang tries to do this little fucking flying kick, he's gonna run into the Blood Ball. Or whatever characters. Like, they're just some Kano, you know, they can get hit by the Blood Ball, whatever the case may be, right? And it just becomes a guessing game for your opponent as well. You throw the Blood Ball, I could literally throw the Blood Ball overhead. I can throw the Blood Ball and then do a sweep, and I'm completely safe. I can do it. I can do whip pressure. I can walk up and grab. The options that your opponent has is 1, neutral ducking, and then 2, jumping. Jumping at Skarlet is just not really worth it, especially if I have the drop on you. If I know that's one of your options, because I could just do that shit to you all fucking day. And then not only that, but I get my health back, so there's that. And then another option I have is, what I really like to do is this. Make it seem like when they go, and then you get clipped by that. And you're saying, why are you wasting a bar for that? The reason why I'm wasting a bar for that is because in this situation, it should be neutral. No one has the advantage. I might have the advantage because, you know, I have hit advantage like of 31, but the thing is that in that range, I have to walk down. By the time I walk down, Liu Kang is already up, or he already has rolled, or whatever the case may be, woke up, whatever, who gives a shit, right? But what that does is that I'm completely safe when I throw this ball, and the only options you have are 3. 1, you fucking you neutral duck it. 2, you try jumping over it. Not only that, if you try jumping over it, I have the drop on you. I know you're gonna try to jump over it because I could just easily anti-air you or just clip you with this type of shit. Or 3, block it. And if you block it, you're fucked because it's my turn. This shit is fucking plus a million. Like anywhere. Like boom. He decides to block it. It's my turn. Like, I'm gonna walk up and start clipping you with my whip. So there's that. You basically steal your opponent's turn. Your opponent is like on the defense. But yet again, there's characters that can bypass this. Sub-Zero Slide, Noob, Cybot, shit like that. So in that situation, just be smart. Instead of doing Blood Ball like that, throw your fucking tongue. Then you know it's not the end of the world. So now, instead of that, for those type of characters, the way that you use Blood Ball instead is use it up close with your whip. So let me show you some examples. What you're not going to want to do is this right here. You're not going to want to do this up close. I can get opened up for 34%. Boom. And then boom, 34%, right? What you are going to want to do is, sorry. What the fuck is going on? Is you are going to want to do shit like this. Because there's nothing Liu Kang can really do. There is shit he can do. None of his buttons could reach, and then he's going to get clipped. Not only that, but by the time he's ducking, I could actually start hitting Liu Kang. So let me actually show you. So it's going to be boom. Not only that, it's rough. Boom, just like that. So there's so many good things that come from that. One, I get to be completely plus. So let's just make him just hold down. Let's just make him hold down, right? Which is a lot of people do. They do that. I'm plus, meaning I can walk up and throw my whip again. Or if they try neutral ducking it, I have the hit advantage, and then I can hit you with my whip. This is probably the smartest thing to do. So there's just a lot of good things that come from the whip. Don't throw the whip up close. Like, get used to like landing the end of the fucking whip. So there's that. Not only that, but it's a fucking guessing game. Oh, they're gonna neutral duck that, and then boom, get clipped with that. Oh, you're gonna neutral duck that, boom, give me my fucking health back. So it's a fucking guessing game, you know? So if you can't play the long range blood ball game with your opponent, you can absolutely play the up close, give me my plus frames, it's still my turn game with, you know, slow blood ball. Not only that, you can just throw regular blood ball and you'll be completely fine. So there's that. You can use it up close to enforce plus frames on your opponent, or you can do this to steal your opponent's turn and get neutral back. So if you ask me, this is one of the best variations in the game, and hands down Skarlet's best variations, because there's just so many ways of using this variation. And like, the best thing about it, like, to give your opponent a hard time, is playing the long range blood ball game, and then you start walking motherfuckers down, or you do that, and then I'll throw another one, and then shit like that, and just zone and bone to death. Or, you know, you could also do it just to get in on your opponent. So there's just so much to this variation, and I feel like a lot of people are big into hard pierce, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna start using this variation because hard pierce got nerfed, you know. So there's that. So yeah, use these tips that I showed you guys, or I think this is pretty decent information. If I fuck up on anything, just let me know in the comments, but for the most part, this is how I like to use Blood Drive, and this is how I get a lot of success in my Combat League matches. The few that I do. So yeah, this is the shit that I do. I make it a fucking guessing game for my opponent, and a lot of time is that it's frustrating to play against, especially when I land the trance. I use this move a lot, especially, you know, their poke just misses, and then I just start getting my stagger game, or whatever fucking game it is I got going, you know. So yeah, there's that. So it's really good. I love this variation. It's still really strong, and all you heart pierce players, just jump on the bandwagon. I feel like this is going to be her most popular variation within the incoming months of people that use Skarlet. So there's that. This is her best variation, hands down. That's a fucking fact. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. More videos are coming. They're always coming. I know I've been lagging lately, but just bear with me. So yeah, there's that. Hallelujah, holla back. Check you guys later. Deuces.